Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you repeat the statement that you made before the young lady had the question when you said about the paying cash or something? I had kind of missed part of that.
Pay cash. Oh, I mean, if you want to raise your credit score pretty super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that balance thing? I'm like, what? How do you do the balance?
Yeah, so basically, like say for example, you're all right, before you go buy a car, or before you go, before you even apply for like an American Express Platinum, right? So what you do is you have cash, you pay off your credit cards to zero, like to zero, and you just go online and you dispute the balance. And within a week or so, or week and a half, you'll get a letter from Equifax, email from Equifax and TransUnion and said your dispute is complete. And before you know it, your credit score has shot through the wall. And see, that's why I always tell everybody it's not true. You can utilize online disputing, but only on certain circumstances. Okay.
But if you paid your card down to zero, that's going to report to the bureaus anyway, right?
It will, but it'll take like 20 to 30 days for it to update.
Oh, gotcha.
So this is just a quick boost.
Oh, it's in that week.
Yeah, it's a quick boost. Or like say you pay off your student loan, right? If you pay your student loan off, they say it's going to take 8 weeks before the credit bureaus reflect a zero. So all you do is do what? You go online, you dispute it. You just say it's zero. And in a week's time, boom, your credit reports will reflect zero. Okay? So these are little typey tips that can really boost and help your customers in your journey to success with this customer. All right, so let's take 10 more. Let's go 10 more minutes and we'll wrap it up. Any more questions, guys?
Hey, Mark,
yes. How do we get this whole chat, please? I can't figure it out. How to get the whole chat to save it?
I think you have to click the 3 dots. Does everybody see the 3 dots?
Yes.
Click that, and at the very top it says Save Chat. Do you see that?
I
don't think you could do it on the cell phone though.
You can't do it on your phone.
I'm
on the computer. You have to be on the computer.
Yeah, you got.
Or you could just scroll back up and screenshot, because that's what I did since I'm on my laptop doing something else, but I'm on the phone for this.
Screenshot, screen record.
No, I took a picture of it.
No, I was just saying she could do all that. Screenshot it, screen record it.
Right.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not that computer savvy. No, you gotta give me the easy bit.
But Mark, the replay is gonna be in the software, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Ebony,
okay,
Ebony's everybody a copy. Ebony is just sent your email in a chat.
Oh,
Ebony will do that.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right. So
I have a question. You guys mentioned the rent accelerator and the rent boost. Do these companies charge to have them report to the credit agencies or the credit bureaus?
I don't know. I've never used anybody use the rent reporters?
I did. They do charge. I use it now. Currently still. Sometimes they run specials. Where you can pay $25 to start. It depends on who you enroll with. Different companies have different startup prices, but then you have to pay $9.99 a month every month that you are that they are reporting, and then they reach out to your landlord and send an email, and or text message, and they just say you're making payments on time. But most companies only report to one if you're renting from a home. If you're renting from an apartment, some companies are starting to report you too.
Yeah. PayYourRent.com reports to 3.
Which one? I need that one. Can you put that in the chat?
Something like that.
Hey, Mark, you mentioned earlier that you were going to share why the 3 bureaus have 3 different scores, and they are so different as far as 800 here and 700 there. Why is that?
Yeah, because the data on each bureau is different. The data is different on each bureau. That's why. And what do I mean by that? Like, say, for example, Experian, like you may get a credit card company that will only report to Experian and not report to the other 2. So the data, all the data is not the same on the credit. the credit reports, and that's why you have the credit scores higher than the others.
Yeah, or they use different scoring models.
Or they use different scoring models. And listen, did everybody want a copy of this chat?
How you feel? You like you in pain?
Did everybody want a copy of this chat?
Like you in pain?
Right.
Yes. Please mute.
Yes.
Did everybody want a copy of this chat?
Yes.
I got a link for you. Let me give you the link here. I'm gonna drop the link. And that way you don't
now,
have
while you're doing that, I just want to throw out something and you can tell me if I'm wrong or right. Is it true that the reason why some creditors report to different bureaus is because they have to pay to report?
No. First of all, creditors are not mandatory. It's not mandatory for them to report.
Okay.
That's number one. So just because you apply for a chase, it doesn't mean they got to report to all three bureaus.
Okay.
They do it because they want their money. All right.
Right.
But some creditors don't report to all three. Some loans don't report to all three. So if you look at your credit report deeply and you look at all three and you see the scores are different, that's because some of the data is different on each one. It's weird.
Right, but some creditors don't they have to pay to report to the bureaus?
Yes, they do. The bureaus do.
Okay, so if they don't pay, then they won't, that info won't get reported. Gotcha.
They won't report. Okay. That's why you see some creditors don't report to some bureaus.
But if you have excellent history on with each of the three bureaus, why is there like a 50 to 100 point difference in the three bureaus?
That's like a that's like a mystery.
It's that timing, the timing of the reporting, the timing to all the bureaus, and it's showing on the report. It's a timing issue.
And it's a FICO mystery too, because the FICO is calculating that. Did you guys know the credit report is not just sitting there? It builds when you call for it. So when you click the button, get my report, and it says we're processing your report, it's building at that time. It's not just sitting there in a store, in a warehouse, waiting for you to get it. Everybody aware of that?
No, now I know. Thanks.
So that's why the data changes so much, because when you say get a report, it's processing in the back and it's building the report right then and there. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. It's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. That's why you have to be skilled. And that's why you have to keep coming to these trainings. You have to keep coming to these trainings, and you have to take trainings that's affordable for you so you can keep, enhancing your knowledge.
Oh, so Mark, I want to ask you something. You might not know.
Hold on. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I said I want to ask you something. I don't know if you will know it or not, but it's kind of off subject but on subject. So if you want to be like one of those companies that report like your payments that you make to a credit bureau, is that something that's easy to do? How can you go about that? Or how can you even research that?
No, you have to be a creditor, and also the credit bureau is just not going to let anybody report. They're not going to have a contract with anyone. So you have to be pretty big. You got to be like a lender or something like that. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, because I was thinking like the rental karma, however they call them, like that's pretty good service for people to help people out, man.
Yeah, I mean, you like say for example, you started your own company, you got all the licensing that you need. You contact the credit bureau and see if you can do business with them. TransUnion, they're more open to do business with small companies, but they want volume. You got to do volume. They want you to send them a lot of business because they want to make money. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So those are the big boys. They're not messing around with little people. They only like to deal with big companies.
Okay.
All right. Cool. All right. Let's take a couple more questions. We're gonna wrap it up today.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So I know you said that we need to focus on the accounts that hit the, how do I want to word it? The accounts that happen on or hit the credit score or credit report within the first 24 months. What date are you looking at when you determine?
From today. You're looking at the current date.
Okay.
So if you came to me right now, I would look at your credit report and I would calculate 24 months from today. That's key. That's important, everyone. Should be writing it down.
I think she means like date of last activity, date reported, date, which date on the report?
Yes.
Yes. No, from today. You count back 24 months from today. Whatever account is that what you mean?
So I guess what I'm
No.
talking like so there's a date on the credit report that shows like when the account was open or what the last activity was. What date are you using to determine, okay, these have hit the account within the last 24 months, so these are the ones I need to be focusing on? Does that question make sense?
Yep. So some of the credit monitoring reports only have an open date. They don't have a date of last activity. Okay. So if they don't have a date of last activity, you got to go from today to the open date. Do you understand what I mean? Because they don't have a date of last activity. So if they do have a date of last activity, or if the credit monitoring report don't have a date of last activity, then what you do is you use the original credit report from Experian or Equifax, and you look at the date of last activity. But the credit monitor activity, the credit monitoring reports that do have date of last activity, you go from the date of last activity. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
That's a great question. But this is what that's called deep level credit repair. That's not on the surface. Okay, that's like you're in school, like you're training, because that's the type of stuff you need to know when you're looking at a credit report line by line like that. You need to know that. That's very important. Okay. All right. One more question. We'll wrap it up. One more question. Did everybody get their ticket for the event? Is there anybody here who does not have their ticket?
When are the prices going
don't.
back up again?
I paid, but I didn't get it.
I don't think everybody got it either. What'd you say, Deborah?
I said, when are the prices going up again?
This Friday.
So you need to purchase tonight.
Not this Friday. Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
Sunday.
And what does it go up to?
Can't tell you.
Oh, okay.
Not much.
Okay.
You asked, did somebody want some notes? What notes are you speaking of?
All the chat notes on the right.
Oh, yes. So you're going to email them to everyone?
No, I just put a link in there already. I'll put it again. I
don't see it.
I downloaded the notes. I uploaded this Dropbox really quick while we were talking. And I'm going to give them to you guys again.
Thank you, Mark.
So if you can't afford a ticket, a general ticket, talk to my man Jesse. Maybe he'll be generous today.
I would do that. Seriously, if somebody really wants to if you are short $40, $50, and you really need it, let's partner up, man. You know, I want everybody to succeed. I love Mark. You have a good heart. I honestly, and not just because I drank a whole bottle of wine. I do love you. I do love you. I respect you so much because I've been in this game for about 25 years, and you don't see people like you giving back. You could be a selfish man like every other software out there, but you do give back, and I respect that so much. I really, really do.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. This is what I do, brother. This is what I do. This is my job. I'm like a doctor. This is what I do. I do this all day long. It's my job. I see patients all day long. That's what I do. You know what I mean?
Hey, Jesse, Marnette said she's short the whole amount. What can you be a blessing to her?
DM me. Send me a text. We'll talk about it.
All right, cool. Listen, guys, if you didn't get your ticket, let me drop the link one more time. You don't want to miss this event. I know we're 2 to 3 weeks out, but you don't want to miss it. Even if you can get the general ticket, get the general ticket. Okay. You can always upgrade to the VIP later. And if you're short on cash, get the general ticket so you can feel like you're part of the family. And then on the day of the event, you can always upgrade to the VIP. But it's going to be a little bit more expensive the day of the event. Okay. All right. All right. Cool. All right. Did you guys get some value today? What you think?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Most
Thank
definitely.
you.
I appreciate you so much.
Yes,
Mark.
thank you so much. It was great.
Yes. If you got some value, just type in the chat for me. Let me know, because that way I can keep doing this type of stuff. And
Thank you.
yeah, type in the chat for me and let me know, because I am a human. I do have feelings, and you know, I am an emotional guy too. You know, so you don't want look, Williams, you don't want to catch me in a movie theater, okay? Because you don't want to see the tears coming out of my eyes, okay? You don't want to catch me.
I'll be crying right with you. Mark, you know you're awesome. You know that.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Look, I just teach you guys what I know. That's it. Nothing else. There's nothing different. I just give back what I know. I try to make an amazing software. I'm in love with the client. And I thank everybody for coming out. This was the biggest meeting we had, 200 people. Now I know how to get you guys here.
This was my first meeting too.
Yeah, my first meeting as well.
Mark, I made this entire training in the car. Like I was not gonna miss this meeting.
Yeah, this is my first one being here the whole time. So good information.
Mark, I do got one quick question.
All right, one more question. We'll take off.
How for the letter stream migration? Do you know when the photos will be able to be coming over as well?
Yeah, so we're releasing the photos for non-letter stream next week. So next week, you will be able to print IDs, proof of address, social security, right from the bulk print screen with each letter. All right. So that function will be there, and then we will begin work. Who's speaking anyways? Who's that was speaking?
LaRasha.
Yes, and then we're going to start working on the letter stream version. So as soon as we release the first one, then we'll start working on the letter stream version.
Awesome, because I've been using that feature, and I'm telling you, it's such a lifesaver.
Yeah, it's badass, huh? Is it good?
Bad ass and cheap. It's not. I don't have to go to no other program to add to it. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it is. I don't know why people are sleeping on LetterStream. I don't understand it. It's such a time saver. It's ridiculous.
Can you go through your portal to sign up for that, or?
Huh?
I saw the advertisement for LetterStream. I didn't sign up, but can you go through the the Client Dispute Manager portal to sign up for that? Is there somewhere in there that you can click and it reroutes you to the?
Yep, it is.
Okay. All right. I'll look for it.
Yeah, it's just I don't, a lot of people, they say, oh, I want automation. Oh, I want automation. I don't want to go to the post office. No, that. Now the automation is there. And I don't know why you're not using that function to save time in your life. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
So you don't have to go to the post office no more now with what you have in the software?
That's correct.
Man,
you can send regular letters and certified.
See, Mark, back in early 2020 when I first found out about you, and I was in one of your Zoom meetings just like this. The only reason
you can go ahead and talk again. Isaiah?
Yeah. I was saying the reason why I didn't get started at the time is because I couldn't leave the house. Cause knowing that I would have to, go ahead and need to go to the post office to mail off letters. If I had known that you done updated it since then, probably would have been on.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand how powerful the automation of LetterStream is with the software. Like I don't get it. But it's not my job to get it. You guys do what you got to do, right? I put it in there. You make it happen or you don't. I don't make any money off LetterStream. I just did it so it can make your life easier. Because I knew when I was doing credit repair, I hated printing. I hated licking the stamps. I hated getting labels. I hated the letter. I hated all that part. Okay. And now this LetterStream is there. All you just click one button, one click, and it's done. Okay.
It helps with tracking too, Mark. So that's what I really love about it.
The tracking, and then when we move the addresses and proof of ID and all that stuff over, it's over. It's over at that point. Okay, it's a done deal. Okay, all right, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We're 3 hours in. I got to go. We got to go. We got to wrap it up now.
Mark, if I could say one thing to help your feelings, this is better than Clubhouse.
Oh
yes.
This is way better than Clubhouse.
I had so many pings, girl, and I was like, nope, I'm not leaving this Zoom. I am focused.
Thank you. I still never been in the clubhouse. I can't,
Oh, you got to check it out.
I still
Yeah,
not,
be careful, but be careful what groups you join, though. There are a lot of credit scammers in Clubhouse.
Oh yes, I'm glad you
Yes,
said that. It's a
yes,
ton.
it is. But thank you for telling me that.
A
Yeah,
ton.
I joined client software manager a couple weeks ago, and it has been nothing but short of amazing. And just coming in here and just seeing all the love and everybody in here so helpful to one another, that is awesome. So I am so glad that I joined.
well, I'm so glad. Welcome. Thank you. I love
Thank
to
you.
I love to hear that, guys. Just keep enjoying the software, keep doing your thing, keep helping customers, learn everything here, put this stuff to work. And I hope to see you guys in a couple weeks. Listen, before we go, I want to tell you one thing. Can I tell you one thing?
Sure.
Before we go? Now, please don't ask me a question after this. Don't ask me a question. Don't ask me a question after I tell you this, okay? Because we need to go. But let me just clear the air so a lot of you guys can relax on this requirement. The requirement is how many accounts, the myth is, it's a myth. How many accounts should I dispute at one time?
As many as your letter can handle.
That's the
No more than 10.
That's the myth. So let me ask you a question. How many would you dispute if you didn't know anything about credit repair and you got a credit report and you had 40 accounts on your credit report that you knew nothing about? What would you do?
Split them up.
What would you do?
If they're not mine, then I'm disputing them all.
All right, so here it is.
Dispute back to the last 24 months.
But no more than 10 at a time.
Listen to this. Listen to this. Here's the scenario. Miss Williams, are you there? Where are you? Where are you at? Where are you at?
Right here.
Okay, here's the scenario. Miss Williams, this is you. You don't know anything about credit repair, right? You got home, you're tired, you're a nurse, you want to go to sleep, you got your mail, you open your credit report because you get a free one every year, right? You pull it up and you say, what the hell? There's like 20 negative items on your account that you don't know about. Miss Williams, how will you respond?
I'm gonna be just like you. This is not mine. It's like, this is not me. Like, okay, what's going on? So right, I would, as a person that don't know anything, I would dispute everything because it's not mine. Like, I'm calling them up, because I don't know any better. Hey, what's this? This is not mine. I'm reaching out to the creditor and the bureaus.
Okay.
I don't know. It's not mine.
So will you dispute only 3?
If I don't know any better, I'm trying to get all of it off. It's not mine.
All right, then that's it. That's the end of it. That's the end of the conversation. So the moral of the story is she's not going to dispute 3. She's going to dispute everything that's inaccurate. Okay, that's it. So when you get a customer that has 40 negative counts like I had before, you go after every single one of those inaccurate accounts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Every single one of them. Here's the reason why. Because the credit bureaus are smart. They know the average consumer will lose their goddamn mind if they saw that. And they know that they'll be cursing all in the letter. They'll be like, what is this? Get this off my, they won't even say remove inaccurate information. They'll say, get this off my credit report. I don't know what this is. This is crazy, right? So when you send out a dispute letter, you don't talk like a credit repair company. You just say, all these accounts are inaccurate. And here's the reason why. I never had it. This is not mine. It's best wrong. So you don't, this rule of 4 and 2, I used to teach that a long time ago. That's outdated now. Okay. So whatever you feel, if you have 25 inaccurate accounts, not accurate, but 25 inaccurate, you dispute all 25 of them. Do you think they're all going to come off? Honestly. Nope. Do you think some of them will come off?
Yes.
Yep. So that's the moral of the story. I had to get that off my chest. All right, because a lot of people keep asking that, oh, how many do I dispute? Do I dispute 1, 2, 3? No, you dispute all of them at one go. Okay.
Is it more effective to do them on different letters?
What you say?
Would it be more effective to send separate letters or just?
No. Every single one of them on one letter.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. The credit bureau is not going to say it's frivolous. If you write like a credit repair company, they may say it's frivolous. But if you talk to your customer and your customer says, Mark, there's problems on all of these accounts. And you say, okay, I'm going to dispute them all. Okay, dispute them all. And I dispute them all. I did this already. I dispute them all. And the credit bureau did not send me a frivolous letter. They investigated every single one of them. And like 4 or 5 of them were deleted. Okay. All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And no counter questions.
Thank you, Mark.
So much. Thank you.
Good night.
Hey, let's have a drink next week in Miami, Mark.
Thank you.
We'll be in
You know
Miami,
what?
baby.
You know what, Jesse? I can't have a drink because it's still cold.
Thank you.
Oh, come on. It's not cold. It's cold up here. 20 degrees and 40, what is that, 25 inches? How many inches we got, Renee? 25 inches of snow.
No, COVID.
Oh, COVID. I'm sorry. I
So-
don't believe in it, but that's just me.
Jesse,
Bye,
when-
thank you.
you're welcome. When the COVID is over, we'll have a drink.
I'll be
Hey,
there
Mark.
again on the 28th through the 15th, 2 weeks. I'm a travelholic.
All right, no problem. All right, guys.
Hey, Mark,
Thank you,
Mark,
Mark.
what
See you next
is
week.
replay being?
Huh?
What is replay being the software?
It will. Give me a couple of days. I'll put it in the software. You just go into credit repair meetings. Go to the top, training, and then credit repair meetings.
All right, thanks, sir.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you learned a lot. Something, some tip that's going to help you out in your particular situation. Hey, listen, I have a quick question for you. Have you ever thought about starting a credit restoration business? Now, if you have one, I do understand. But if you don't have one, my question to you, have you ever thought about it? Listen, you have a skill set, you have knowledge, you learn things about credit restoration. So why not earn a living? Why not make some money helping other consumers restore their credit? Now, this is the perfect time. There's 100 million consumers right now in the United States that need your help, helping them restore their credit. And you can start and run a credit restoration business right from the comfort of your home with a low startup cost. This is the time to be your own boss. And this is the time to set your own price and to travel and do the things you really want in life. Now, why not take advantage of the skill set, all the training that you've already done? Why not make an extra stream of income helping others do exactly that? Listen, I put together a 30-day training course, a free step-by-step 30-day training course showing you exactly how to start a successful credit restoration business. And not only that, I'm going to give you a checklist, a step-by-step guide checklist, so it will keep you accountable and also keep you on the right track. I've also put together a little guide to show you how to get your first customer. Now, let me show you exactly what's going to happen when you click the link below this video. Now, as soon as you click the link below the video, I'm going to show you exactly what's going to happen. Now, when you click the link below the video, you're going to be taken to a page like this one. Now, this is the page. This is what we call the opt-in page. And you're going to see this book right here, because I'm going to give you this book right here on how to start a credit restoration business. I'm also going to give you this 30-day free training series right here, as you can see, and a step-by-step guide, checklist, and a guide on how to get your first customer. And all you have to do is put your email, your first name, your last name, and phone number, and click yes or no here and click submit. That's all you have to do. Now, once you're done with that, all you have to do is confirm your email, and you're on your way to learning how to earn an extra stream of income with your own credit restoration business. Hey, listen, I hope you join the family, and I'll see you on the other side.